But like I said, it didn't seem like the capacitors made a noticeable difference. At least it didn't seem like it. So if that's the case, then I have a lot of room to work with here. Sadly, it doesn't save up much of the tonnage there, but like I said, I can get rid of the arc extend and put the rapid fire in if I need the extra speed, rate of fire. So that's not a big deal. I'm just concerned about would throwing in 2 more death rays be even possible? Not if I want to cut out the canopy shield. So let's see, death rays 100 tons without the upgrades, and it would be, is it really 50 tons for just the arc extend? Wow. Yeah, and the rapid fire is only 25 tons, so this would arguably make it even more lighter and have more damage potential, so that helps significantly. Only problem is, what the hell do I do with these slots that I have to spare now? I honestly don't know. Because apparently the particle capacitors have not been that effective, or at least not that drastic, because okay, it's kept my rapid fire change there, so that's fine. So let me see, what kind of additions can I make in this case? Oops, I keep switching, damn it. What is this editor mode here anyway? Oh, I can change the settings in it, I guess. But let's see, what is there that I can add that would be interesting? I don't need a CIC. 50% damage bonus is always nice there, but I already got Swarm essentially to do that for me. I don't need targeting computer. I got quality crew cores to kind of help with the laser cannons, but considering only because it's so small and it fits in there nice and easily, but the death rays don't care about that. So what can I do to improve the quality of this ship some? Ideally, I want to boost its damage potential, if that's at all possible. I don't know what would be good. Death rays are quite big, large as well, if only a fraction of the size of the death ray. And what's his? Doesn't really, and I have no way to know here if they're actual beam weapons. I would have thought the spinal death ray would have counted as a beam laser, but like I said before, it didn't seem that drastic an improvement. So I don't know what to believe. I think I'm just gonna go the easy way. Maybe add a couple laser batteries then. To kind of give it a little more firepower, of course. More point defense firepower. Because I really do like the laser turrets. They're nice, versatile. Their damage potential obviously isn't the best, but for something so mighty there, you don't want to make it like a Death Star where it has that one little weak point to such a devastating vessel, or even station, I guess, for as far as the Death Star is concerned. I just hope the death rays are potent enough to pick up the slack, essentially. Although, come to think of it, how much damage would these do in comparison to the null field cannons, now that I think of it there? That's something I'll have to check. Other than that, what else is there? I don't know what else to throw on besides just more weapons. Because it's got plenty of shields. It's got 4 canopy shields, for crying out loud, so it's perfectly fine on the durability front. I am not concerned for the ship's well-being. Like I said, the only concern, or curiosity more or less, is how does it compare to the null field cannons? Of course, that's got all its upgrades, so I think that's about as optimal as it can get, outside of just maybe forsaking mobility altogether just to give it more death rays, possibly. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Speaking of which, where are the null field cannons? So, 10-second rate of fire with doing 10,000 damage. Of course, it's an energy can, of course, so it actually does benefit from the weapon upgrades, so. And I haven't noticed if the death ray was benefiting from that. And is that 2,000 damage per second, I'm assuming? I'm not going to save here, so yeah, they're the same size as the null field cans. Perfect accuracy, of course. Better range with better fall off, at least. And of course, far heavier, far costlier, so makes me wonder if how effective that truly is. Huh. Anyways, I'm not gonna ponder on it anymore. I'm gonna give Garalon one final test. This is extreme, of course, but hey, let's have some fun with it. It's got the mobility now, so maybe it can fight them. I seriously doubt it's gonna win, as much as I would like it to. Not to mention, just these 3 titans alone is causing tremendous slowdown as is. And of course, fighting locusts and that is not all that fun. And it is really mobile, so yeah, trying to micro this is actually a bad idea, ultimately. Because I'm not comfortable I'm gonna win this anyway. Especially with its spraying its damage like it is. Thankfully, Capri doesn't really care too much there about the focus fire. Probably mainly because of AI, so this was a dumb test. I trying once again to make it actually be able to beat both its Titan brethren. I have this unrealistic expectation of this death ray for some reason. And of course my own control, because I keep turning, is actually what's working against me here. So I'm just gonna leave it that there, I think. But we're gonna do the ultimate battle, I think. With the well, yeah, with these 3 titans at least. Capri, Locust, and the Garalon Omega. We're not gonna have Swarm in there because that would slow things down a little bit too much. And I don't necessarily like that. And we'll have it fight an armada of these things. We're gonna have it fight Hercules beetles. We're gonna have it fight soldiers. Well, we're gonna have it fight the guardians, I guess. Where are the guards? Where are you, guards? Thank you. And this is going to cause tremendous slowdown too, so this might be a bit overkill, so brace yourself, folks. This could be a dumb idea. I am just saying. I have not even been paying attention to the cost of everything. I could get an rough idea of it, so how much are these titans? 4,000, just under, well, just under 3,000. For Capri and 3,000 for Locust, so we are looking at 76,000 about there, and we start off with 50,000 here, so that's half the budget gone. So that's like 13. Is it? No, that's not. That's like 18,000 almost. 18,000, these 7,000 resource points of roughly, well, 7,600 there, so that would be a little bit under 18,000, I think. Otherwise, I've been talking too much there just to stall, I guess. Let's have some fun. And I'm gonna have them operate as normal, and I'm gonna try and micro these ships around. Although, considering they're all shield based, I'm not gonna really get much damage results. And of course, Garalon is pretty limited in speed because of the damn fact that it's colliding with those ships. And it's not getting its death ray off either. But then again, neither is Capri. Relies way too much on its micromanagement, which could be a hassle. Yeah, trying to micromanage both Capri and Garalon, at least separately, is going to be a hassle, considering they're both frontal firing ships, so that may not be the most ideal. But when they do strafing runs like that, actually will work out pretty well. And Garalon's actually not too bad on mobility right now. It's actually keeping up with Capri reasonably well, at least. And Lucas just doesn't care. Lucas is just firing its phases, because it's the only one optimized for, like, to constantly be firing a majority of its weapons. There goes 2 of the Storm Beetles. Alright, those are the 2 battleships gone. We're not going to have much of a damage result here, which we're never going to really truly know who's optimal. But considering my lack of control there, I think Locust has hands down been winning because of how it's constantly shooting at everything. So I think it's got to beat there at least for the majority of it. Right now, I think the Capri and Garalon have a chance. Although, to be honest, I think Capri is probably kind of falling behind a little bit, only because it doesn't have the double damage boost from its null field cannons. So that actually could be impacting it quite significantly there. I'm going to boost Capri's shields there while everything else finishes up. Everything's slowly dying. We're getting a nice little fireworks show, and of course they're all focused around my ships quite a bit. They're just basically chasing after them because they're both have good emphasis on mobility, I guess. Yeah, so I'm basically just doing some really strange, weird follow the leader that's going on here. And Locust just doesn't give a care. Locust is just minding his own business as he just shoots everything. It is kind of humorous. But needless, with that said, I am not going to play this game anymore, so... Oh, they reached their full destination, so that might be why they're stopping. Now let's try this again. Fire def ray, fire torpedoes, fire null field cannons, destroy everything. Yeah, I think it's safe to say 3 Titans won here handily, I think. And of course, I miscalculate my resource costs on these Titans, I just realized. Yeah, I just realized. So it's like just under 10,000 is what I was saying. Where the other fleet there was maybe around 15,000. They still have more resources than us, but the Titans demolished them handily. And of course, like I said, Locust ran away there from the pack. And of course getting all the kills because it's constantly firing too. Well. It's a shame I think the last video didn't operate as I would have liked there, because I enjoy doing those shipbuilding videos. And hopefully I could find a nice little way of developing my ships in Galactic Civilization, because while the weaponry, the components to it is a lot more simpler and a lot more basic, at least with the ships that I currently have there. Maybe that changes on like the higher quality ships, like the capital ships and medium ships. But the small ships there, you only get like enough room to put like 3 or 4 items on there. But hopefully, with the actually design your own type of ships there with like a certain number of assets you can utilize, that will helpfully make up for it there. If I can find a nice way of doing it that doesn't take an eternity, especially for like the bigger ships there. Because I don't want to spend all day trying to make a capital ship or even medium ships there. That is not going to make good recording videos, so we'll see how it goes. But alas, this is the final video for my Stardrive 2 Let's Play. I may come back to this game at some point if a lot of these issues are resolved, because optimization and the way it handles has been actually pretty restrictive for me, I feel like, because my whoops, let me go to the shipyard again there, because my drone carrier ships I could not utilize to my liking because of how they slowed down the game there if I had like a good number of them. So it was counterintuitive. And also, like, what is it? My Venom sprayers there, which I really like the idea behind, were also a big hindrance to the game performance there, and I could not utilize those to size there, because heck, these cluster cannons, I could have easily utilized them towards like a battleship of sorts, or even to a carrier, potentially. So it sucks that it limited my ideas. And the Corvettes there was some potential builds units that I could have used here. Like, I never did truly get to utilize the lockdown Corvettes with their singularity cannons. I didn't really look into even further of like the Firefly as it's being a potential ship in the fleet. I just went with the tried and true consorts, which I felt they served their role well. Shooting down missiles, shooting down fighters, being very lean on its space there, being able to fit an actual shield generator as well as enough reactors to kind of power everything. It served me well. But with that, like I said, this is the final video for the time being. If I come back, we will see. But thank you everyone for watching, and here's hoping Galactic Civilization works out even better for us.